Do you ever feel like you haven't accomplished enough? Maybe you were hoping to have your life figured out by a certain age and you don't have it all figured out. Or maybe you were hoping to have a nice career, but right now you're stuck in a dead-end job. Or maybe you were hoping to get married by a certain age and you're seeing your friends and family your age and younger get married and have kids, but so far your only life companion is your cat. Feeling like you're behind in life can be a great source of anxiety and discouragement. It may feel like time is running out and you're missing out on happiness. If any of this resonates with you, I would like to offer 3 tips on how to stop feeling like you're behind in life. My tip number 1 is something that you may have heard before. Don't compare yourself to other people. Comparison is the thief of joy, in case you didn't know. There's one subtle difference between you and other people. You are you and other people are other people. Your life is different from someone else's. You have different backgrounds, different life circumstances, different goals, different dreams. So comparing yourself to someone else is like comparing apples and oranges. Also, everybody has some difficulties in life. Others may have it easier in some aspects, but there's a lot that you don't get to see when you scroll through their Facebook. If we really knew the struggles that some people go through in their perfect lives, we might just appreciate that we don't have those struggles. So instead of focusing on what we don't have, it's much better to pay attention to what we do have and when needed to work on what we can improve. But comparison is not going to help us with that. If anything, it will just keep us stuck in negativity and create more anxiety. And this leads me to tip number 2, practice gratitude. Feeling like you're behind is all about scarcity. Focusing on what is missing, what doesn't meet our expectations, thinking, if only I had this or that, then I would be happy. If I were somewhere else, something else, if I had more money, friends, luck, whatever, then I would be happy. And I'm here to say that this is not entirely true. Yes, it would be great to have more money, a better job, better relationships, all of that is great, but there is one factor that has more impact on our level of happiness than any of this, and this is our attitude. So we can carry on complaining, wishing things were different, or we can choose to be grateful for whatever we have. To do this, I recommend a daily gratitude practice. One thing I would recommend is having a gratitude journal. So every day you write 3 things that you are grateful for that day. Or if you want to be more hardcore, you can do this. Whenever you feel like complaining about some situation, think about one positive thing about that situation. So for example, if you have failed at something, think about what you can learn from that. I find this strategy very helpful, and when I fail at something, I think to myself, okay, I can learn something, I can learn a lesson from that, and then I can talk about it in a YouTube video. The great thing about having a regular gratitude practice is that the more you do it, the more it becomes your second nature. So you will train your mind to look at the positives and to notice the positives, and you'll train yourself to have an attitude of acceptance to any difficulties that you encounter. So you'll become a more positive person, and that will be great. Now, this doesn't mean that you will no longer try to improve your life situation, and actually the opposite is true. By practicing gratitude, you will approach change from an abundance mindset. So you will no longer expect that new car or new job or relationship to make you happy. You will be free to enjoy all these things, and you will see the progress that you have made, and you will appreciate it more, and you will see life as more of an adventure rather than a rat race. Complaining and focusing on the negatives will only keep you stuck, because we get what we focus on. So my last tip, number 3, is to think about every moment as a new beginning. So instead of worrying about how it's all too late for you, all that stuff, you can choose. You can choose to see today as the beginning of the rest of your life, which is true. You can choose to appreciate what you have and make any changes that you need, but you only ever do it in the present moment. That's all for today. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Now, if you're there thinking, I'm already doing all these 3 things and I still feel like I'm behind, this might mean that you are actually behind. And if that's you, make sure to check out this video on how to beat procrastination. The great thing about having a regular gratitude practice is that the more you do it, the more it becomes your second nature, the easier it gets to be positive.